Ready to step back in time? This next airfield feels like a living time capsule. We'll start at the Aviation Museum to explore the airport's history. We'll walk the airport to check out the vintage hangars, which one was used by a famous actor. And wrap it all up with some barbecue where, spoiler alert, I seriously underestimated how hot that sauce was.
Is it spicy?
That mild hot, that hot part kicked in.
We are finally going to an airport that has been on our list possibly since we started the channel because it was requested very, very early on. We literally tried looking up every instance of it being requested and it was at least 10 times, probably twice as much as any other airport, which if that doesn't say how much this airport is loved, I don't know what does. But we can definitely see why, because first, as you'll see today on the approach, it's nestled in one of the most beautifully scenic valleys. The first time I ever flew here was as a student, and I remember prepping it and thinking to myself how difficult it looked. And it can be a little intimidating because you're right up against a hill and much lower than your standard traffic pattern altitude. And then you add some trees on the approach, and well, you have a lot to factor at a rapid pace. But that feeling of accomplishment after you land is still amazing, especially when the third time's the charm and you have your best landing at this airport yet. Yeah, that was for me today, which was awesome. Once we park, we'll be walking the field to look at a little aviation museum, take a glimpse at an old celebrity hangar, and of course, get some food off the field, but enjoy it on field, all as we visit Santa Paula Airport in Santa Paula, California.
Turkey 1939 Hotel, no traffic observed between you and Santa Paula. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
Squawk VFR and frequency change approved, 39 Hotel.
Today we'll be departing Corona on a beautiful VFR day, even though there was a slight haze. We'll be heading due west until contacting SoCal departure for a flight following up to 6,500 feet. We'd begin vectored a little north of Burbank to avoid some departing traffic, but then be released from flight following right before Camarillo. Earlier, the winds would be favoring 04 at Santa Paula, but we knew that they could possibly change. We would be listening out for traffic to determine a landing runway. We'd fly over the city per the published procedures on Santa Paula's website, which we will link in the description, and eventually make left traffic for runway 22. So of course we'll talk a little history, and Santa Paula Airport has one of those stories that feels straight out of an old aviation film. Back in 1928, when the St. Francis Dam disaster devastated the area, two local ranchers, Ralph Dickinson and Dan Emmett, looked out upon the land along the river and saw potential. Both already had private airships, but they realized that a single shared airport could serve the entire Santa Paula community. So they teamed up with 17 other ranchers and businessmen, and together, with their own hands, tools, and determination, they built what would become the Santa Paula Airport. By August of 1930, the field was ready, and its grand opening drew thousands of spectators and even some of the aviation heroes of the day. The airport has faced its fair share of challenges. In 2005, heavy rains from the Santa Clara River washed away part of the runway and a ramp area, which you can actually see images of on the airport website. But true to its roots, the community came together again, rebuilding the field and reopening it just 2 years later. But it does make me wonder if all the aircraft owners on the field were grounded for 2 years. If you happen to know, please let us know.
Santa Paula traffic, 5443 Lima, ground reference maneuvers north of the 126. Beam push on chart, 1,500 feet below.
Santa Paula traffic, 4 Mike Alpha, turning final for runway 22, 4 Mike Alpha.
Santa Paula traffic, right Skylane, clear to Santa Paula.
Santa Paula traffic, 4 Mike Alpha, off runway 22, Santa Paula traffic.
Santa Paula traffic, silver left departing runway 22, straight out departure, Santa Paula. Santa Paula traffic, Aero 19939, hotel 7 miles to the east, inbound for left traffic, 22, full stop, Santa Paula.
Back in December of 2017, when the massive Thomas Fire tore through Ventura and Santa Barbara counties, Santa Paula Airport instantly transformed from a quiet GA field into a full-blown CAL FIRE helibase. By the very next morning, around 23 helicopters were launching from the field, each one loaded with water and fire retardant. Regular flights were grounded as crews, tanker trucks, and support teams filled the ramp, keeping the choppers flying all day and doing maintenance all night. With the skies too smoky for fixed-wing tankers early on, the helicopters became the stars of the show. Nearby airports like Camarillo picked up the overflow, staying open for other operations. And in the middle of all the chaos, Santa Paula Airport still found time to help the community, opening a hangar for displaced cats and even giving a family and their dogs a place to stay for a few nights. And again, you can see some incredible pictures of this event on the airport website.
Santa Fe, smooth transport.
I don't know what this guy's saying.
Yeah, I think I can squeeze out one more. Top, any hop and pops or all the way to top?
Santa Paula traffic for Hotel is approaching the junkyard inbound runway 22 Santa Paula.
Today, Santa Paula Airport still carries that golden age of aviation spirit. It sees nearly 97,000 arrivals and departures every year, home to nearly 300 aircraft from gliders and ultralights to rare vintage planes. Many of the original 1930 era hangars are still standing, still in use, giving the place an atmosphere that feels like stepping back in time.
Santa Paula traffic, Piper 354 Mike Alpha, taking runway 22 for straight out for Mike Alpha, Santa Paula traffic.
Santa Paula traffic, Cessna 5443 Lima, still doing ground reference maneuvers north of the 126, beat the junkyard, 1,200 feet.
Santa Paula traffic, Muscom is beam the junkyard or approaching the junkyard from the east and hit to the northwest.
And there are some famous names tied to this airport, including actor and aviation enthusiast Steve McQueen, who kept several of his aircraft here, including a 1931 Pitcairn PA-8, once flown by World War I ace Eddie Rickenbacker. And whether deliberate or not, Steve McQueen's hangar, in our opinion, has the best spot on the field.
Santa Paula traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, 3 miles to the east, gonna overfly the city and enter left traffic for 22, full stop, Santa Paula.
Santa Paula traffic, Piper 354 Mike Alpha, downwind, upwind for straight out departure, Santa Paula traffic.
Santa Paula traffic for Hotel is downwind over the golf course to Santa Paula.
Santa Paula Airport is untowered with one runway, 0422, at a little over 2,600 feet at an elevation of 250 feet. And even though it's open to the public, it's actually a privately owned airport. The runway sits just a little over 100 feet from transient parking, which you'll see today that there is no dedicated runway exit taxiways, which means you definitely need to pay attention to traffic taxiing along the runway/taxiway. One important note is that night operations are not authorized, and it probably has a little something to do with the airport not having runway or taxi lights. But that's just a guess on my part. I mentioned it in the intro, but make sure to check out the airport website because it has all you need to know about arriving and departing with illustrations for both ends of the runway. It'll show you some important landmarks which you can use to call out on position reports. Now, I didn't do so well today, but I'll at least know for next time. And some of those landmarks are the junkyard, Satakoy Bridge, and the golf course, which we will point out during our approach. Something I did was actually add these landmarks on my ForeFlight. So I knew exactly when I was over each of these landmarks, making my position reporting even that more accurate. Also, there is a noise abatement procedure for departing traffic, which asks that you sidestep to the left so you don't fly directly over the mobile home park. Again, these are all highly suggested procedures, but nothing is more priority than your safety and the safety of others. So make sure to keep those radio calls on every leg coming. It's extremely important for others to know your intentions and your current location in a tight pattern like this.
Santa Paula traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, entering a left crosswind for 22 Santa Paula.
Next, as far as instrument approaches, there's not a single one here. So if it's cloudy, no one's getting in or out. The airport does not have an automated weather system. So how do you know what the weather is like here then? Well, once again, they have a great website with a webcam that takes a screenshot about every 30 seconds, and that's right on the homepage.
Santa Paula traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, entering left downwind for 22 Santa Paula.
There's also wind information, but I take that with a grain of salt because during our departure today, it would show 3-knot winds and we could feel it was at least 12 knots. So again, listen for established traffic radio communication to help you determine which runway is being used. And if there's no one around, they do have a tetrahedron on the south side of midfield and a windsock on the north side of the approach in for 22. Finally, don't forget to set your altimeter correctly. You can use the setting from Camarillo, which is pretty close. As of this writing, Santa Paula's website shows 29er.73 and Camarillo shows 29er.71, which is about within 20 feet. Not too bad, especially for only VFR traffic.
Santa Paula traffic, Aero 39 Hotel has traffic on final, no radios, and we're going to go behind them for 22 Santa Paula.
Santa Paula traffic, blowing Navy on short final 22.
Santa Paula traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, turning left base 22 Santa Paula. Traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, entering final for 22 Santa Paula. Santa Paula traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, short final 22 Santa Paula.
This airport is also known for aerobatics, and as a matter of fact, has one of the best in the business, Sammy Mason. We actually saw him for the first time at a Camarillo air show, and after watching him do some things that really defied physics, we found a new appreciation for aerobatics. Now you might wonder how much aerobatics happens here. Well, there is a designated area east of the airport, about 21 miles long.
714 Hotel, departing runway 22, left close traffic, Santa Paula.
Santa Paula traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, clear of 22 Santa Paula.
And it's specifically for aerobatics, and according to the airport website, it's best to monitor 122.775 to see if there's any activity because, as the webpage says, if it's VFR, consider that area active. Just remember that the CTAF for Santa Paula is 122.9, which is different than the aerobatic practice area. Does this mean you can just go in there and do aerobatics in your plane? No, it does not. You still need permission from Van Nuys FSDO, so no barrel rolls or hammerheads in your 172 in this area. Again, refer to the airport website for details, but know that it does show the area on ForeFlight as a NOTAM aerobatic scheduled area. There is also a flight school here, so watch out for that student traffic. The school on the field was very, very busy today.
Santa Paula traffic, so it's a 5443 Lima over the junkyard, 1,200 feet. We'll be entering left traffic for 22 Santa Paula.
So one of the biggest draws, and I'm talking huge here, is probably the cheapest fuel in SoCal, but we'll talk a little more about it on the ground.
Santa Paula traffic, 4 Hotel, left crosswind 22 Santa Paula.
Santa Paula traffic, Blue and White RV, departing runway 22.
All right, now that we parked, let's go check out this airport. So we are here at an airport that has been requested more than any other airport. Santa Paula Airport in Santa Paula, California. I think this airport is probably one of the toughest ones that I did, especially as a student. I have some great memories with Justin coming in. We came one time and we were short on time. He had to take over the first landing and we were almost gonna do it again because I thought I could do it and we had to take off. But I don't know, how did you feel about the approach?
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little tricky.
Yeah.
You've got the mountains right there.
Yeah.
And today especially, I'm sure you guys can hear, there is a lot of traffic.
There is a lot of traffic.
And that's because today is
a display day. And if you guys don't know what that is, it pretty much just means that once a month, some of these airports have a day where you can come out, put your play up for display, and there's a sheet that you can get signed off for tax purposes. Some people do it for tax purposes, some people do it just to have an excuse to go to an airport, and some people do it just because they want to share their aircraft. So stuff like that is very important at a lot of these airports. It gets communities together, it gets the residents together. But we are here on display day, and for Santa Paula, display day is a little different. It's a little more special because they only do something once a month, which is on the display day, which is...
Oh, the museum.
Yeah, so they have a little museum. I think it's part of Hangars, and essentially it's the only time that you can actually see them. And so we've never actually been here display day, right?
No.
We've never seen the museum.
We have not.
We've come when the museum was closed.
Right.
And we were like, what, there's a museum here? And so we're gonna go check that out. One of the unfortunate things, and this happened right before our original scheduled visit here.
Yeah, the cafe that was here unfortunately has closed.
Yeah.
So there isn't currently a cafe here, but we have been told there's some good food in the area.
There
and
is.
I'm not sure that we'll get to that today.
I don't know either, yeah.
But
Yeah.
at least we'll be here to kind of explore the grounds while
Right.
the museum is open
Right.
and while it's display day.
Right. So what we're gonna do today is just really check out the display, check out the museum, check out other aircraft. And if we have the time, we'll maybe head out because the restaurants that we found out is off field, right?
That's correct.
So that's the only unfortunate thing. From what we heard, they're trying to get something new in there, but honestly, that is very hearsay. We don't know how true that is, right?
Yeah.
And I know pilots, I think they were devastated when they heard about this cafe being closed.
In the community around here,
Right.
non-pilots,
Non-pilots.
loved this particular cafe because
Yeah.
it had such a great view
Right.
of the runway and the
I
rain.
know. And you guys will obviously, we'll show you that. It's like a Navion, and as you guys can hear, seriously, the runway, we're probably what, like maybe 100 feet?
Maybe.
Maybe that. And it's a short runway. Now that we did Fallbrook, I'm like, it's not that short.
Yeah, because I want to say this is like 2,600 and something.
Yeah, as opposed to the
Okay.
2150.
Yeah.
And so because of that, we were just like, it's not that bad. It's actually probably my best landing at this airport, as opposed to the last time where it was, yeah, I think even the last time I floated it for a while.
Yeah.
So this airport's very unique, I think. It's probably one of the most unique airports. It's surrounded by a lot of just beautiful scenery. Mm-hmm. But we have a plane that's about to probably start up any second now. So really that's it. We're gonna go check out, I guess, the museum. We're gonna walk around. They have it kind of roped off and see what they have there and show you guys around because again, you guys have asked for it. We'll show you as much as we can. The unfortunate part, we can't show you the restaurant like we said, but it's gonna be okay. We'll see. There's a lot of people here.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of planes. There's a lot of people in the pattern.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. So, ready to go check it out?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So, let's go check it out.
Remember the first time I landed at this airport? It was the first time that I ever locked the brakes. So we landed, so Justin saw, so I was coming in too high. Justin fixed the configuration for landing. And he was like, and he gave back to me as soon as we were kind of like on approach and we were like set right. So he got me on the altitude, and as soon as I got to right here, I just like stepped on the brakes hard and just locked. And it was like, Arr! I was like, oh, that's only time I've ever locked the brakes though. Like right here for like maybe 10 to 20 feet, it just skidded. And I was like, ah. But yeah, so that's my memory here at Santa Paula is first and only time ever locking the brakes.
If you want to know the best place to watch some planes and maybe even make a few friends, it's this spot right here. There's benches, there's even a hammock, and it's all pointing directly at the runway. And there are even restrooms right behind the office building.
So now we're gonna go check out, Irene just found out that Steve McQueen's hangar is being renovated, and we saw the windsock that it's right next to. So I actually don't know anything about this hangar.
I think he spent quite a bit of time here. He would come here after, I think, filming and hang out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so it's significant because I think it's still here.
Yeah.
And they've done a little bit of remodel work in the last year.
Yeah, sorry, there's not much to see, but this was Steve McQueen's hangar, right?
It was.
So, but from what you gathered, they're trying to renovate it or fix it back up or something like that.
Yeah, and I'm not sure for what purposes,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool if they had pictures and all that stuff. I mean, that'd be cool.
We can look to see if there's anything.
Yeah.
We had a great view of planes coming in.
That's a great view. Whoa. Alright, so right now we're trying to go find out how to get this sign-off sheet. So we're gonna go back to the museum and see if they have any information on where to actually do this. My sheet that has all the display dates that it was at the Aviation Museum. So we're gonna go find out.
The Santa Paula Aviation Museum is a little different. It's not one hangar, but what they call a chain of hangars. And this happened because one of the original founders, Bob Phelps, realized if they couldn't have one big space, they could have a lot of small spaces. Some of the history at Hangar 1 is an original print of the official route of Women's National Air Derby, where one of those pilots landing here at Santa Paula would be Pancho Barnes. who just a week before that print broke Amelia Earhart's speed record by 15 miles an hour at a speed of 196 miles an hour. And we'll definitely be diving much deeper into her history on our next trip to Fox Field.
They have the free first Sundays in Santa Paula. So I thought it was like an airport thing, but it looks like the Santa Paula Art Museum, the MVC Agriculture Museum, obviously here the Aviation Museum, and the Oil Museum are all free today, depending on their times. But it's free first Sunday. It's a city thing. You have to confirm. This could be an old poster. I don't know. We'd have to confirm them. Yes, let's check each museum's website for info. But yeah, so it might be a city thing that they want more people just to go see the museums. So if you want to check out any of those museums, don't want to pay, come on the first Sunday of the month. All right, so we did find where to do the sign off. So if you're a pilot, you want to get your sign-off sheet signed, it is in the Air Museum.
It is.
And don't do what I did, which is wait till the last second. Literally, we got there, they were already like packing up, and he signed it for me, and then he took off like less than a minute after that.
Yeah.
Part of it is because I thought they were closing later, but I think they got done with all the flights, right? So they did have the Young Eagles flight today too.
They did. I think what I had heard was that they were shorthanded today on not just volunteers, but also pilots.
And you got to talk to Wayne, and he told you a very mischievous story.
Wayne did. So Wayne, if you're watching this, it was very nice meeting you. Thank you for keeping me entertained. Wayne was telling me that he actually used to live out in Orlanza, which I didn't know what that was, but apparently it was Army housing out in the Riverside area off of Arlington and Van Buren. And he was telling me that the soldiers would train by running down the street. You know, they would do their training and they'd have their canteen, and that him and his friends would go on their bikes.
Well, they can only have one canteen, right?
Right, for the whole day.
For the whole day.
And they had to ration their waters. Well, with all the training that they were doing, they would often go through their water very quickly. And so Wayne and his friends would ride down on their bikes alongside the men who were training and take their empty canteens from them, slip them over their handlebars because the cap was attached with a chain. They would go home, refill the canteens, come back to the soldiers and give them back a full canteen. And he said that he didn't realize until much later when he was in the Army that there was a reason that they were trained with only one canteen. And, you know, it's really to their benefit to do that so they know how to properly ration their water.
So Wayne was helping sabotage them.
He didn't know it at the time. He thought he was doing something good. But I really enjoyed that story. He told me many other stories, but that's the one that really made me smile today. And so I thought I'd share it with you guys.
Yeah, that was really funny. I always thought, like, you can't get boys to be bored or anything like that. We'll do mischievous stuff. And that was him doing mischievous stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely.
All right, so now we're gonna go eat finally. And even though there's not a restaurant on the field, there's a restaurant really close. We've got from one of you a suggestion for this barbecue place called
Best Barbecue.
Best Barbecue, which we're gonna find out if it lives up to his name.
I mean, we've heard even from Wayne, he said it sounded pretty good. He had been there a couple years ago, so.
Yeah. And you said it was on 4 Flight?
It was on 4 Flight.
So, yeah, it's only about a 6-minute walk. We've never actually walked out of here, so we're gonna go see what that's like. But we're gonna go find food, and I love barbecue, especially very, very good barbecue. I know you love barbecue.
I do.
Let's see what this walk is like. We'll get some steps in.
That's for sure.
All right, you ready to go?
Yes.
All right, let's go. Oh, it's right there. It's like the building right next door. So we're trying to find somewhere to eat. The restaurant was pretty full, so we didn't want to eat there. And the like grass area that we showed you guys earlier, that was kind of full too. So we're trying to figure out, well, where can we eat? We always come prepared. We always have a little table and we have our little chairs. So, and this was Irene's idea, is getting a table, because we always go places and we can't put our drinks down somewhere, whatever the case might be, or our food. So we are actually sitting at the balcony of the old cafe, which will soon be a new cafe. But for now, since there's nobody here, we found somewhere where we're against the wind and in the shade, and we're gonna set up shop and have barbecue until we get full and we're ready to get out of here. So that's what I'm gonna do now, is set up. Guess I can give a tour of what we got.
It's a surprise.
Well, because you didn't know if they gave you a salad or a sandwich.
So it's gonna be
So
a
it's a
surprise.
surprise.
It was
So-
very loud in there.
So she asked for a chicken sandwich,
Yes.
and we think she got a chicken salad. I don't know if this is the one, but we'll see.
Sandwich.
Sandwich! Yeah! Perfect. Okay, so good. This is the main attraction. All right, so we got pork ribs. Let's see. Oh, yes. Tri-tip and hot links. And the hot links are sliced. And then we got the half and half mild, half hot, half medium, half hot.
Mm-hmm.
And then yours, I think this is just the medium.
No, that is.
Oh, that's the beans.
Mm-hmm.
That's
if you
the
open it, they're big beans.
baked beans. That's right.
Yep.
Oh yeah, perfect. Oh, three sides, right? So, macaroni salad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Coleslaw.
Coleslaw. What was this?
Potato salad.
Potato salad. Okay.
So we're trying everything.
So we're gonna do this. Oh yeah.
Is it spicy?
That mild hot, that hot part kicked in.
You
I
went
was like, man, it's fine. And it's like, oh man.
well, when you went in for that second dip, I'm thinking, ah.
It's actually really good though. It was just like unexpectedly hot, but it's good. It's really good.
The sauce, the meat.
Both. Yeah, it's really good. I wish there was a little bit more meat on the bone.
Yeah, it looks a little skimpy.
I think it's good. It's just not that much meat.
Okay.
A good link is amazing. So let's just take a little piece of here. Yep.
I'm gonna regret this.
Good link. And then we got tri-tip. So I just took a little piece that was here. I should have left that piece to you. It was perfectly charred.
Oh, I love charred meat.
I know. Let me try this one. All right. Seriously, it's all good.
Yeah?
It's really good.
But I think that's it, right?
Yeah,
It's
I
everything.
think we tried everything.
So for the most part, everything's good. The only thing we had was just, it's a little, there's not enough meat on certain things. Like the ribs, there wasn't enough meat.
A little skimpy.
And I think all of this was like $45. So it's not cheap. But barbecue really never is, right?
No.
It's usually one of the more expensive meals.
Yeah.
But you guys can judge whether this is worth $45 or not. But that's it. So if you guys come and the restaurant's not open, we keep hearing it's supposed to open anywhere from like next week to like end of the year, this is a great spot. It took us less than, like, it literally took us like 5 minutes to walk there. We ordered, come back. We set up our little table and had a romantic lunch and met a new friend. So this is what life is like at Santa Paula. So we're gonna finish eating here, but before we leave, we have probably the most important thing about this airport. Pilots fly for two things: for food and for fuel. And we're gonna check out the fuel and why this is considered probably one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest place to get fuel. So our next stop is our final stop. We're gonna check out the most important thing at this airport, which is the fuel. And you might not be able to see it, but it is $4.90 like we mentioned earlier. So let's go look at it. So when you come here, you know exactly what to do because the payment is actually behind these bushes. There is a payment system here, and there's actually two pumps. There's one on the north side, and there's one on the south side. I believe they're both Avgas. If you want to know the instructions, they're all right here. So turn on, push lever back, off, flip down when done, and then that's it. And then push this to return the hose back to here, and you're all set. Again, that's the nice thing is there are two pumps, so it's probably one of the most prestigious places when it comes to anything aerobatic is here at Santa Paula, which they have one of probably the best aerobatic pilots that we've ever seen, which is Sammy Mason. We saw him at Camarillo, and his stuff was just crazy. But we did find out today that him and his family pretty much run this airport, right?
Yeah, and I think his mom and dad have a plane restoration business here on the field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I believe his mom is the airport manager.
Okay. But that's it. And I think we're gonna head back after this now and I don't know, pre-flight Hannah and then get out of here.
Oh, it's so interesting. It tells you where each of where the class rides are, all the different businesses.
Yeah.
Including Sammy Mason Aerobatics is located right there, not far from the airport office.
Oh, nice.
Fuel Island, the museum.
Doesn't look like the south side's like transient.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because only transient parking is transient parking.
Right, yeah. And it's pretty clearly marked on the ground. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. All right, we are wrapping up here today at Santa Paula. We met a couple of people. Initially we met Mark, and then you got to meet Wayne. Mm-hmm. And then right now we just met Lynn, which we'll most likely, high probability, see at some of the other display days.
Oh, for sure.
So at least the one thing you can count on, there's a lot of people you'll meet, and everybody's really friendly. And I think that's the reputation that this airport does have. But it was pretty busy today, but we did find out that it wasn't as busy as it typically is on a display day, right?
That's right.
What'd you hear?
So Wayne was telling me that they were actually short of volunteers, of pilots to give children rides, and that a lot of the hangars weren't open today. That most of them were actually closed, that they typically have a lot more people participating in display day.
Oh, I'm not surprised. Even on our flight here, there weren't that many people flying. I don't know what's going on today. But we still got to do a couple of things. The first thing we did is check out the museum. Mm-hmm. And really it is like 2 hangars, and they have some history. But what it really looks like, it's kind of like families come, they hang out, and then they have the young eagles. They get to go fly up. And it looks like they were really busy. They got about 20 kids to go up, and kudos to them for doing that. I'm sure those kids were having like an amazing time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So, and they were really busy. They would seriously drop off kids, pick up some new ones, and probably like a 5-10 minute turnaround. Mm-hmm. And then the museum, again, is really, they have a couple of artifacts in there, maybe a plane or two.
Yep.
And then they just kind of have some historical facts about the airport, right?
Mm-hmm. And there's a little gift shop in there too.
Oh, there's
if you
a little
want to
gift shop.
support the museum.
Right. Walked around the hangars. Again, like she said, they were supposed to be more open. So we didn't want to go just into anybody's hangar. So I think that's why I was a little confused. So I didn't want to just be like, hey, is this part of the thing? And we're very respectful of people's private space. It's their hangar. Maybe we're overly cautious about that. Maybe you're like, hey, you just go in there.
Well, I did hear that there's a little tram that'll take you around the entire airport to all the open hangars. And you can hop on and hop off and explore the hangars.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I don't know who's open to doing that versus like who's just there working on their plane.
Yes.
It was a little hard to tell.
Yes.
Yeah, and like you said, we didn't just want to hop into someone's hangar and go, hey.
Right. But that's the one thing about this airport. It does stay pretty busy. I mean, you guys probably within this have heard how many airplanes just take off. There's CP Aviation, which I think is flight school.
It seems like it, yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot of students just doing pattern work, coming in and out. And it's probably one of the airports that you get the closest to the runway. I mean, it's closer than us.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so we have like a grass patch, and before you can even get to the air, this is just like the asphalt, and it's right there. So, and then we did get to look at Steve McQueen's old hangar, and it's not the hangar itself, it's the location, because you are right at the approach end, like before the planes touch down, which is a really cool area right there.
Oh, yeah.
We tried to film it, and then I think by the time we were wanting to, no one was showing up. So it's okay. And then we went to go eat at Best Barbecue, and it was good. Not best, but it was good. It was really good food. We wanted to eat something while we were here. We were hungry, and since they don't have the cafe, you know, that was the closest one we went to. We just thought it was a little expensive for the quantity. But the good news is the restaurant will be here shortly, at least within the next couple of months.
I think so. Yeah, by the end of the year, for sure, it sounds like they'll have something open.
Right, and even Lynn, our new friend, was like looking, trying to figure out when are they gonna open it again? And I think everybody's dying for the restaurant to come back. So once it comes back, it's gonna be awesome. We'll be back. And then finally, we checked out the fuel island, which is important because you guys need fuel. And it's cheap. And again, it gives you an excuse to fly far and probably save a little bit on, well, save a lot on fuel. Again, the cheapest, 60 cents, 70 cents, that's a lot. So it's great to come in here. And again, finally, the other part is the approach. When you come in here, make sure you read all the procedures, how they want you to come in here, where they want you to report. That is so important. But that does it for us. Again, I know you guys have been wanting this forever. I'm sorry we couldn't do it with the cafe. That would have been awesome.
But we'll be back.
But we'll be back. So we hope you guys like this one. If you guys haven't visited Santa Paula, be on your A game. It's a great airport, especially for the way the approach is. Great community. It'll be even better when they have the cafe, and come on a display day. There's a lot going on. If you want a lot of action, that's the day to come. So we'll see you guys on the next one, wherever that is. So see you guys.
It definitely feels like there's a very tight-knit community here at Santa Paula Airport. We definitely felt the hospitality. I mean, 5 minutes after landing, we got to meet Mark, who was so nice and welcoming, and a viewer of the channel, and who would be our saving grace to finding restrooms at the end of the day. It was also great to hear that there's a new restaurant on the horizon, because if we know anything, it's that pilots love their restaurants. I mean, that's how we made our new friend Linda today. We were eating, and he was trying to look inside to see how the rebuild was going. We were making plans to see each other at another display day at another airport. That's how fast you can make friends in the aviation community. It really is as simple as, you like planes, I like planes, let's be friends. And of course, none of this would be possible without all our members. You guys have no idea what it means to be supported the way we are. I mean, we still can't believe it. We don't know what we did to deserve it, but we have so much appreciation and gratitude for the support that you've given us. Thank you so much. All right, so last week we released San Bernardino International Airport, or as we still view it in our hearts, Norton Air Force Base. And I'll admit, when we were putting it together, I was really hoping you guys would enjoy it as much as we enjoyed putting it together, because there was so much special history on that base. And you did not disappoint. The number of stories we got about all the times you saw the SR-71 made us so jealous. But we also felt by reading every single one of those comments that we were living vicariously through you guys. Next, we'll admit we had no idea how important and loved the C-141 was. We grew up with the C-130s, C-17s, but if it wasn't for the C-141, the C-17 probably wouldn't exist. And finally, the number of veterans that visited or called this base home. Thank you for all you did to keep us safe. We got to hear from some of Norton's veterans at the museum, but we also got to read some comments from some of you veterans sharing your stories about your time at Norton and the roles you played on that base.
Santa Paula traffic, Aero 1939 Hotel, taking runway 22 for straight out departure, Santa Paula.
Santa Paula Airport is a special place with an amazing group of people. There was a constant stream of golf carts driving from north side to the south side of the runway with families, pilots stopping to talk to each other, planes giving small air shows, and the love of aviation just being well and alive here. It's definitely a beautiful place to fly into, and we can't wait to come back to check out the new restaurant when it opens, and of course share that with you guys as well. But should the lack of a restaurant stop you from coming in today? Definitely not. If you love planes, just bring some snacks, sit back, and enjoy the up close and personal views of flying aircraft. We can't thank you all enough for being such amazing people that come from such diverse backgrounds. It really shows that to be part of aviation is not a single road, but limitless possible routes. All that matters is that you don't give up. You seriously inspire us every day, so again, thank you. We'll see you next week. Until then, go fly, go discover.
Santa Paula traffic, Aero 39 Hotel, the airplane departing to the west, last call, Santa Paula.
And Mooney 2468, Julia, are you looking for flight following to go somewhere?
Yeah, flight following, then I'll go through the like special flight rules. 2468, Juliet.
And 68, Juliet, ident.
Ident, 2468, Juliet.
Alright, 68, Juliet, what's your destination?
Long Beach, Lima, Golf, Bravo, 2468, Juliet.
November 646745 Papa, Mugu approach, radar contact.
November 68 Juliet, squawk 4622.
4622, 666 Juliet.
Mugu, Cessna 783 Bravo Golf requesting VFR practice approach.
November 68 Juliet, radar contact 5 miles east of Mugu or Mugu Airport. Altitude indicates 3,600. Mugu altimeter 2977.
2977, 666 Juliet.
And 68 Juliet, contact SoCal approach 125.2.
25.2, 666 Juliet, next help.
Mugu, Grumman 74218, like to cancel flight following. Mugu, approach Cessna 5443 Lima.
Cessna 5443 Lima, Mugu approach.
Like to pick up VFR flight following 5443 Lima. We're at Cessna 152. Destination Kilo India Zulu Alpha. 6,500.
November 783 Bravo Golf, Mugu approach, set request.
783 Bravo Golf is 2 miles south of Fillmore, requesting the Arnab Yankee 26 full stop.
3 Bravo Golf, squawk 0405.
0405, 3 Bravo Golf.
November 43 Lima, squawk 4654.
465443 Lima.
Approach Cherokee 8257 Whiskey 5000 descending.
November 43 Lima, you're ready to contact 3 miles south of west of Lake Casitas, 5,000 indicated altimeters 2977.
297743 Lima.
3 Bravo Golf, you're ready to contact 4 miles south of Fillmore, 3,200 indicated altimeters 2977, report established.
2977 will report established, 3 Bravo Golf.
November 74218, Mugu approach. November 43 Lima, contact Santa Barbara approach 125.4.
25443 Lima.
Approach Cherokee 8257 Whiskey, request frequency change.
Who's looking for frequency change?
8257 Whiskey.
57 Whiskey, what's your position?
10 miles west of Santa Paula.
Roger, INET for me. Tango Whiskey, rail service terminated, call VFR picture approved.
Thank you very much.
Number 74218, Mugu approach, how do you?
Mugu 76025 Echo, miss at Oxnard.
November 25 Echo, Mugu approach, say approach request. Echo, Roger, maintain VFR, back to Van Nuys.
Maintaining VFR, back to Van Nuys, 6025 Echo. Bravo Golf is established on RNAV Yankee.
3 Bravo Golf, maintain VFR, practice first approved.
Maintain VFR, practice approach approved, 3 Bravo Golf.
Track 1 November Delta, radar service terminated, squawk 1201, change to advisory frequency approved.
1201, attention over advisory frequency 1 November Delta.